Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the new chapter of chemistry, solid state chemistry, which is first chapter of NCRT. It is important for class 12 students and also important for CBSE students, NEET, JEE, AIMS, etc. All the competitive level exam. So, dear students, under this chapter we will discuss types of solid, properties of solid, and basic concept about solid. So first thing, what is solid? So dear student, solid is the state of matter which have fixed shape and size, and fixed volume is known as a solid. For example, ball, duster, pen, etc. and etc. Clear? So the property of solids have fixed shape and size. Why? Because of strong intermolecular force between them. Strong due to strong intermolecular force. Due to this, molecules are closely packed one to other, and due to this, the intermolecular space or intrionic space doesn't occupied under this solid molecules. So due to this, we can say solid are harder in shape. Second thing, lower compressibility. Due to closely packing of solid molecule, no intrionic space occupied. Due to this, we can say lower compressibility of solids. Third one, high melting point and high boiling point. The students, melting point is directly dependent on surface area. Just we can say, in other words, melting point or boiling point is directly proportional to surface area. As well as surface area will increase, melting point will also increases. Clear? Now come to the point, classification of solid. So we can classify solid on the basis of properties into two subcategory. So first one is crystalline solid and other one is amorphous solid. So what is crystalline solid? Crystalline solid in which repetition of a fixed pattern and which have a long range order is known as a crystalline solid. So crystalline solid in which those which have repetition of a fixed pattern, and which have long range order. Long range order means irregular arrangement of atom, ions or molecules is known as a long range order. Clear? Okay. For example, what is crystalline solid of example of crystalline solid? NaCl, KCl, AgCl, ZnS, etc, etc. So this is the example of lattice of NaCl. This is, suppose, let's discuss, this is the repetition of a fixed pattern. This pattern is hexagonal. Clear? And this hexagonal pattern repeated a lot of times for counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Clear? And you see the internal pattern of the crystalline solid is this one, 1, 2, 3, all are hexagons. Clear? And have a regular arrangement for long range. This is example of crystalline solid. Okay, now discuss what do you mean by amorphous solid. Second one is amorphous solid. Amorphous solid are those solid which haven't a long range order, which haven't repetition of a fixed pattern. Means doesn't follow a repetition of a fixed pattern. Clear? And pattern, and have a short range order, Clear? Clear. Amorphous solid, the other properties of amorphous solid is this type of solid is an isotropic in nature. Isotropic and anisotropic. While crystalline solid, this type of solid are anisotropic in nature. Now what do you mean by anisotropic and isotropic? Anisotropic are are those properties which can change into different physical direction, can be changed. Means this is a type of physical property which can be changed in different physical direction. Isotropic properties are those properties which doesn't change with the changing of physical direction. Clear? So this is isotropic and anisotropic properties. So let's discuss other type of solids. So next topic is classification of solid on the basis of bonding force. So on the basis of bonding force, there are four types of solid. First one is atomic solid. Atomic solid are those solid in which the basic entity of solid is atoms oblique ions. These type solid are known as a atomic solid, and these type of solids are basically binded by opposite charge or electrovalently. These are bonded with electrovalently. Clear? Second one, molecular solid. Molecular solid. Molecular solids are those solids which are generally by combination of molecules. For example, H2, for example, CH4, etc. and etc. These type are molecular solid, basically binded with molecular force. Molecular force, intermolecular force. Third one is basically metallic solid. This is metallic solid, basically binded with metallic bond. Metallic bond. For example, iron, copper, zinc, sodium, etc. and etc. And last, fourth one is network or covalent solid. Network or covalent solid. Basically, these are bonded with covalently. And basically these type of solids are basically covalently bonded. For example, so the next topic is unit cell. So unit cell is basically the repeating unit, the repeating functional unit of solid which repeat itself again and again and participate in the formation of whole crystal body. Whole crystal body. Clear? Unit cell are the repeating functional unit. Unit cell are the repeating functional unit of solid which repeat itself again and again and participate the formation of whole crystal body, or just you can say crystalline solid. Participate in crystalline solid is known as a unit cell. In daily ways, just you can take the example, suppose the brick. Suppose brick plus brick repeat and formation of a wall, and again wall repeat itself, formation of a room, and room repeat room, formation of a building. Clear? So this is just type of example of unit cell. Suppose as well as bricks play an important role as a unit cell. Suppose for example, just you can take the example of a building. So the basic functional unit of a building is a single bricks. Single bricks repeat itself again and again with the help of cement and form a wall, and the wall repeat again and again, form a room, and the room repeat again and again, form a building. So same as well as just as a brick, this is unit cell, same as well as. Okay, so now type of unit cell, type of unit cell, type of unit cell. There are four type of unit cell, basically four type of unit cell. Unit cell, first one is simple oblique primitive unit cell, primitive unit cell. Second one, body center cell, body center cell, just you can say BCC. Third one is face centered, face center cell, in shortcut FCC. And fourth one is end center, and center cell, EC, ECC. Clear? So let's discuss what is simple unit cell, what is body center cell, what is face center cell, and what is end center cell, and how these cells are play an important role in formation of a whole crystalline body. Clear? So the further question arises, for this type of cell, how you will identify this is primitive unit cell, this is body center cell, this is face center cell, or this is end center cell, on the basis of physical property. So let's discuss. So what is simple unit cell? So basically simple unit cell are those cell which have arrangement of atom, ions or molecule only on at corners. Means suppose this is a cube, suppose this is a square. Clear? And this is just suppose this is a unit cell, and the arrangement of atoms, ions or molecule will be only on at corner. This type of cell is known as a simple unit cell, simple unit cell. When element, atoms, molecules or ions surrounded at only on corner, then this type of unit cell is a simple type of unit cell, or just you can say primitive unit cell. Clear? Okay, let's discuss what is body center cell. This is the example of FCC. Clear? Okay, now at last, and center cell. And center cell, arrangement of atoms, ion and molecule in the opposite faces, at the opposite faces with the corner. Clear? So just understand with the help of example. Suppose this is a cube, suppose this is a cube is unit cell. Clear? And molecule will surrounded at the corner of unit cell. This is identified simple unit cell. But the identification of end center, molecule will surrounded in the opposite faces of each cell, opposite faces of each cell. This is identification of end center cell. Clear? Okay,